You talk about the money being made available for international finance, but as we saw with cap and trade, everybody wants an allowance, and every industry will raise their hand, every lawmaker or the constituency raise their hands. How would you possibly wall money off for international climate finance, just knowing that on the Hill there would be pushback to helping other countries when the United States is in the situation it's in?
I think there's a couple of dynamics. One is, I think even if there were these revenues coming from the tax or from a cap and trade situation, it's going to have to be used in a very precise way to leverage private finance. I think in the most optimistic scenario, you're just not going to see a lot of public money coming forward. So the holy grail in the climate finance arena is to see to what extent can fairly modest amounts of public finance unleash private capital. So that's, I think, one push. And I think that is something that should be attractive to both parties, whoever wins the White House. That's not accepted by the developing countries, mind you, who are looking for all the $100 billion to come in the form of pure public finance coming forward. But I think the realistic pieces is there. The second is whether or not there's some other international flows that might come that might be delinked from that. And so we had here at Brookings a couple weeks ago a discussion on maritime and whether or not taxes on maritime industry, on bunker fuels and the like, could provide a global source of financing, new type of innovative sources of financing for the $100 billion. I think there could be something that could bind some funding. I mean, I think it would be expected to come from the United States, leveraging private capital, other sources of fund that may be more pure public in nature, from a global tax of some sort. Again, very difficult to get through both in the Congress here. Perhaps maybe most of that going for things like adaptation, which are not as easily attractive to the private sector.